It seems like just yesterday, but I have to say it kind of shakes me up every time I realize that it's been almost 25 years since I did my first Sunday brunch show on WNUA 95.5 back in the late 80s. That's the feeling I get every time I hear that song, because that is one of the first songs I ever played when I moved over to 95.5 and did my first brunch there. Claire Marlowe, Till They Take My Heart Away, and Hiroshima with One Wish on Chicago's Smooth 87.7. Coming up, I have a tune close to the heart of one of my favorite people in the business, a gentleman who's in the Pacific Northwest now, but I know he's listening in on the stream. I will get to his request and something new from featured artist Yanni in the next set. Sunny with a high in the low 50s this afternoon. If you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a little story. It was way back in the early 90s, back when the Sunday brunch was still relatively new. I got a note in the mail from a young man who had been out looking for one of the tracks he heard us play on the brunch. He told me he had looked everywhere and he couldn't find it, and so he asked me if I could make a recording of it on tape for him, which I did. Well, several years later, this young man shows up on the doorstep of WNUA, applying to be a station intern. One thing led to another. He made a wonderful impression on us as an intern, and so he got hired full-time at WNUA. Within a few years, he rose to the position of music director at WNUA, and that in turn led to a job as program director at WLS-FM here in town. Today, he is a broadcasting executive in the Pacific Northwest. This is a success story I just love to tell people about. I'm talking about a gentleman named Michael LaCrosse. Michael started out as a loyal listener of WNUA in the early 90s. As a teenager, he was a big smooth jazz fan who sent me a typewritten request for a copy of a song he couldn't find anywhere. It was this song which indirectly led Michael LaCrosse to a career in radio. A song by Nelson Rangel on Chicago's Smooth 87.7.